Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to talk about Bitcoin Cash. None of the content is financial advice. We'll go through the machine learning based price forecast, regression analysis, technical analysis, risk based targets, as well as estimated bull run target for BCH. Let's go and get started. For the last 12 days, the last update that we made on Bitcoin Cash was 12 days ago. You can check out all the videos on this channel. This is the channel on this YouTube platform, Crypto Weeklies at YouTube, and most of the content over here available on cryptoweeklies.com, the website on the bottom of your screen, all available for free. You don't have to pay or sign up for anything. So again, let's get analyze the current price at around $371. Bitcoin Cash did rally off its major area of support at around from $260, now a $100 level up. If you are looking for some major resistance, they are here. The $360 BCH is at around 21 exponential moving average, 21 week exponential moving average, and the 20 week simple moving average at around $365. So if this week closes above $365, and ideally the next week also stays above $365, where the moving average are falling down over the last 6 weeks, you can last 12, at least last 8 to 10 weeks, the drop has been severe on this moving averages. So the next level to watch for going forward would be that $450 level at 0.3 fib level, 0.23 fib level from the previous all-time high in 2021. We are not talking about the 2017 all-time high. This is the previous cycle all-time high. You can see from cycle to cycle, the price action has this tendency to go as high as only at 0.38 fib level. That is the 0.38 fib level from the 2018 low was the 2021 high. The high was slightly lower than the 0.38 fib level from that retracement. If we extrapolate that, this time around, the high for Bitcoin Cash could be well in that was in April 2024, where the price was close to that 0.382 level at around $675. A $675 Bitcoin Cash would be, roughly speaking, a 2x from the current price. So that's one way to forecast using past cycles. From the machine learning based price analysis for Bitcoin Cash, the next 6 months, in an event of bullish activity, or the next 6 months sustained bullish activity, the price per the machine learning model could be between $420 and $777. So challenging the narrative of that 0.38 not being broken. If it does get broken to the upside, the next level per the Fibonacci levels is at around $855, and an $855 Bitcoin Cash could materialize per this 2 standard deviation or Euphoria case for Bitcoin Cash in 2025, somewhere at early July of 2025 or late June of 2025, where the price meaningfully breaks that 900 threshold. For this interpretation of the model, again, these models are trained on weekly price action of Bitcoin Cash and uses statistical framework as well as machine learning techniques such as seasonal ARIMA, XGBoost, and LSTM to identify what could be a good a bull case, a Euphoria case, a panic case, and a base case. In case the market stays bearish in the next 6 months, per this model, the support for Bitcoin Cash could be somewhere between $160 and $320. And these week by week ceilings and the supports are available on the tabular format or the bottom of your screen. The base case, which is this pink line, is the middle column. To its left are the 3 bear cases at 1, 2, and 3 standard deviation. To its right are the 3 bullish cases with 1, 2, and 3 standard deviation ceilings. If we analyze the current price of Bitcoin Cash with respect to the regression based fair value, the fair value per the model is coming in at around $830. That means Bitcoin Cash is undervalued per this polynomial regression model. If things are similar to late 2017, early 2018, or mid 2021 in the remainder of year of 2025, the price for this model could catch up to that $830 target. If on slightly more bullish than that, the price could go as high as about $1,300, coming close to that previous 2021 market cycle high for Bitcoin Cash. So that's the interpretation per the regression model. Right now, the key levels to watch are the rally back to that 500 and $3 level, which is the 1 standard deviation residual to the downside. Again, DCA below the green line, especially if we get rid of the other lines for ease, you would find that most of the major bottom occur when the price is below this green line. That is at around $500 and change. If we look at the DCA model with the regression based fair value and calculate the current risk level, is at around 6%. Again, DCAing below this, especially whenever the risks are less than 20%, historically speaking, has not been the worst idea. Again, if you can go even more risk covers, less than 10% risk is available over here in this purple shaded region. Right now we are in that risk regimen. If we have the countervailing hypothesis that when and if prices do have a upswing, the risk level between 0.4 and 0.7 does hold a significant weight to look at where major rallies could top out. The lower end is at around 40% risk. If the prices were to go to 0.4 risk per this model, the price could be at around $1,000. 70% risk at around $1,600 level. That's the range forecasted by the regression model for Bitcoincash. The SMA, or the simple moving 20-week simple moving average based model, though calculates a similar risk reward, the interpretation of this model is that the 40% to 70% risk target for Bitcoincash is much lower, between $750 BCH and about $1,000 BCH. So where the other model kind of had its lower bound of the prediction at around $1,000, this has a higher bound at around $1,000, whereas the lower bound is at around $750 for this model. So we have a confluence or aggregation of all the models at the end in the estimated bull run scenario. Time weighted average price model says the price of Bitcoincash is lower than the time weighted average price at around $422. That could be one major area to look for. If the market were to go back to a euphoria mode, that $420 target per this model could act as a good line of distinction between if the token is in accumulation phase or in a distribution phase at around $420. And historically speaking, accumulating below the time weighted average price in hopes of a brief rally above the time weighted average price has definitely not been the worst idea again, but there are no certainties in the market. This token could follow a trajectory where the time weighted average price does eventually start acting as a resistance. Again, the distance between the time weighted average price has kept on going down, and it's evident by the risk levels and the color codes going from dark red to green to now even darker shade of green. Potentially now in this rally, if they top at around dark shade of blue, the price action ceiling could be at around $500. If we were to try to estimate what is a bull run peak for Bitcoincash, the price target forecasted by this model, confluence of all the models, is a hefty price target around $3,000. Again, that is right now outside the scope, unfortunately. With our analysis, most of the target between $750 and the $1,000 range seems more realistic than the others. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.